Today guys on Beer Geek Nation, we are looking at a release from Cigar City, one of their older releases actually from 2012. This is their Leon. It's an English style barley wine aged in apple brandy barrels, and I have to give a massive thanks to Kevin for getting this for me when it originally came out. I've had it in my cellar for about a year. I've had it in my fridge for about 6 months. I just kept forgetting it, or I kept just not being able to fit it into the schedule, or whatever reason. No more, no more. I've heard it's one of the best barrel-aged barley wines produced. Some people are saying it's a King Henry Slayer, and the good news is that this is the only time they've released it, but it is coming out again. They just got label approval. You can find the label online, so hopefully that'll be out again soon. So without further ado, I'm looking forward to this one. Again, thank you, Kevin. Let me get into a glass that you guys know how it smells, tastes, and give the final verdict on Cigar City's Leon. All right, guys, so the aroma on the Leon. Holy cow, that's a big beer. I'm getting dark fruits, plums, raisins, honey, a slight toasted oak, vanilla, apple cinnamon, like apple cinnamon stick. A little bit of spiciness, a little bit of alcohol sweetness to it. Wow, just a big smelling beer. All right, guys, so the taste on the Leon. Cheers. Oh, wow. It's really smooth. That's the first thing that came to mind, you know, being 14%. I was expecting some abrasiveness to it, some cloying sweetness, not there at all. Front of the tongue, big dark fruits, classic English style barley wine, figs, raisins, plums, caramel. I mean, just like these big kind of rum-soaked dark fruits, or brandy-soaked dark fruits, as it were. Middle of the mouth, big caramel, big toffee, big kind of sweet raisin bread flavors, lots of vanilla, a slight kind of toasted coconut, a little bit of oakiness in there. Definitely getting that brandy, a slight kind of very sweet apple type of flavor, a little bit of a cinnamon stick, or a kind of a spiciness in there that's kind of hard to kind of pinpoint, but it kind of plays off the sweetness, kind of helps to cut that a little bit. A little bit of sweet booziness in there as well. In the aftertaste, definitely a sweet beer, but not cloyingly. A little bit of that honey characteristic, a little bit of that apple brandy in the back as well. More dark fruits. And again, at 14%, it tastes like a big beer, but there's no booze, there's no burn. There's a little bit of heat in the chest, kind of residual heat, but the alcohol kind of cleanses the palate, gets you ready for the next flavor. It's a big drinking beer, but at the same time, it's actually really complex and actually pretty easy to drink, which is kind of shocking. All right, guys, so the final verdict on the Cigar City Leon, 13.5%. This is a one-shot deal, but they are releasing it again. So after a 2-year, basically almost hiatus, it is coming out again, guys. This one is getting an A+. As far as English barley wines go, this is spot on. Everything I love in English style barley wine. Huge fruit. It's a huge, massive beer, lots of mouthfeel. And then you add that brandy barrel characteristic to it, just takes it to the next level. A little bit of oakiness, a little bit of a toasted coconut. The barrel helps to actually cut some of the sweetness, believe it or not. I think time has done this beer fantastically. Everything is just cohesive. It all comes together. It's very complex. As it warms up, it's changing, ever changing. Like every sip is a little bit different. I keep picking different flavors out. It's an awesome beer. And again, thank you, Kevin, so much for hooking me up with this one. And I'm sorry I didn't get it done sooner. I really am. It's a fantastic beer. So I think the question remains, is it better than Goose Island's King Henry? I think, you know, when you get to beers at this level, you're nitpicking basically. I think it is good, maybe a touch better. It definitely has a little bit more complexity to it than I think King Henry did. So with that said, getting an A+ for me. And remember, folks, life's too short. Drink amazing beers. Cheers.